Hello students, welcome to my channel Question Hub. ଏବେ ଆମର ପ୍ରିଭିୟସ୍ ଇୟର୍ ଆର୍ଆଇ ଏଆର୍ଆଇ ଅମିନ୍ର ସିରିଜ୍ ଚାଲିଥିଲା। ଆମେ 15 ମିନିଟ୍ରେ 70 କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଡିସ୍କସନ୍ କରି ଚାଲିଥିଲେ। 4ଟି ଭିଡ଼ିଓ ପୋଷ୍ଟ ହେଇସାରିଛି। ଏଠି 5 ନମ୍ବର ଭିଡ଼ିଓ। ଲେଟ୍ସ ଗୋ। ପ୍ରଥମ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଆଜିର, Which of the following best explains why January is the coldest month in most parts of India? ଆର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ କାହିଁକି ନା the sun is vertically overhead in the southern hemisphere. ଜାନୁଆରୀ ମାସରେ southern hemisphere ରେ sun ଟି vertically overhead ଥିବ। Second question, which of the following groups was not granted the provision for separate electorates in the Government of India Act passed by British Parliament in 1935? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ depressed class. The Munda Rebellion 1899 ରୁ 1900 was fought against the British destruction of which traditional dance system? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ ଖୁଣ୍ଟକାଟି ସିଷ୍ଟମ। ଖୁଣ୍ଟକାଟି ସିଷ୍ଟମ। Which of the following committee was associated with economic reforms and industrial policy liberalization? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ ନରସିମ୍ହନ୍ କମିଟି। In which year was the first budget of Odisha presented by Chief Secretary Mr. P.T. Mansfield at Puri Town Hall? ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ 1936। As per Constitution of India, what does Article 356 relate to? Article 356 relates to state emergency, जोटा कि president's rule in a state. Which of the following is the process of transferring state-owned enterprises and service to private ownership? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ private ownership ମାନେ privatization. Which of the following river is not a part of hexadeltic region in Odisha? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ କୃଷ୍ଣା। ଆଉ ତିନିଟା ଓଡ଼ିଶାର, ଏଇଟା ଆନ୍ଧ୍ରରେ ରହୁଛି। In June 2025, the 23rd National Junior Federation Athletic Championship was held in Prayagraj. Which of the following correctly describes the objective of the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ holistic infrastructure development and logistics efficiency. Which Indus Valley culture site is known to have had a port? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ ଲୋଥାଲ। ଲୋଥାଲର ହିଁ ପୋର୍ଟ ଅଛି। What is the highest judicial authority in India? The Supreme Court. Highest judicial authority in India, Supreme Court. Which desert is known as world's most habitable desert with around 40% population of Rajasthan living in it? The ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ Thar Desert. The Special Economic Zones Act was enacted in the year Special Economic Zone 2005. Next question. Which of the following are benefits of globalization? Answer टी ହେବ improve social resource allocation, ଏଇଟା ଠିକ ଅଛି। Exposure to international economics, ଏଇଟା ବି ଠିକ ଅଛି। No competitive markets, ଏଇଟା ଭୁଲ ଅଛି। ତ A B ଠିକ ଅଛି। କୋଉଠି ନା option 2, A and B only. According to United Nations, which of the following is a major contribute to the degradation of marine ecosystems? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ acidification and plastic pollution. What happens in case of a conflict between union and state laws on the concurrent list? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ union law prevails। କ'ଣ ହେବ ନା union law prevail ହେଇଯିବ। As of January 2022, which of the following language is not an Indian classical language? ଜାନୁଆରୀ 2022 ବେଳକୁ କୋଉଟା ଇଣ୍ଡିଆର କ୍ଲାସିକାଲ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ନଥିଲା ନା ବଙ୍ଗାଳୀ ନଥିଲା। The Central Administrative Tribunal CAT deals primarily with service matter of the central government employees. Which queen from the Mandala region of Madhya Pradesh led a significant revolt against British during the Indian Rebellion 1857? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ ରାନୀ ଅବନ୍ତିବାଇ ଲୋଧି। Which of the following river does not contribute to the formation of Indo-Gangetic plains? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ ନର୍ମଦା। What is the first major multi-purpose river valley project established in Odisha after independence in 1948? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ ହୀରାକୁଦ ଡ୍ୟାମ। Which of the following best characterize the Tarai region in the northern plains of India? अरे सठिक उत्तर है rivers are re-emerge creating marshy and swampy conditions. What is Dhanurvidya in ancient India? What is Dhanurvidya? Now the practice of archery as a martial skill. Under which of the following acts were plantation workers not permitted to leave the tea gardens without permission? अरे सठिक उत्तर है Inland Emigration Act 1859. Tribunals were added to the Constitution by which amendment act? Tribunals added ହେଇଥିଲା ନା 42nd Amendment Act. How does Krishi Vigyan Kendra KVK Bhadrak advisory services primarily deliver crop advisors to farmers? अरे सठिक उत्तर देव ना mobile text message. Which mountain range is an example of relict and residual mountains in the peninsular region? Relict and residual mountains. ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟା ହେବ ଆରାବଳୀ ରେଞ୍ଜ. Which of the following revolutionary leader gave the call ଆମର ମୋରବୋ ଜଗତ ଜଗବେ? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟା ହେବ ଯତୀନ୍ଦ୍ରନାଥ ମୁଖାର୍ଜୀ. Which initiative was launched to address the issue of the non-performing assets NPS in Indian banks and what mechanism did it introduce for resolution? ଏହାର ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ହେବ securitization and reconstruction of final assets and enforcement security. Next question. Which minerals fully mechanized open cast mine in the Koraput district of Odisha's Panchpatmali Hills has been in operation since 1985? यार सठिक आंसर ହେବ ना bauxite. At the time of independence, the Indian economy was primarily agrarian. Which schedule of the Constitution of India deals with the administration and control of scheduled areas and tribes? यार सठिक उत्तरटी ହେବ 5th schedule. During 1990 and 1991, a wild El Nino event occurred and delayed the onset of monsoon in most parts of India. यार सठिक उत्तरटी ହେବ southwest. Who is the author of the book Kitabul Hind or Tahqiq-i-Hind History of India? यार सठिक उत्तरटी ହେବ अल बरूनी. किताब अल हिंद लिखिଥିଲା अल बरूनी. Which amendment of the constitution known as the mini constitution? ଆମେ समझ जान्छे 42nd amendment. Mini constitution 42nd amendment. Which government can make laws on subject of in the union list in India? The central government. Union list central government. In 1856, in which of the following district of Jharkhand, previously Bihar, was the Santar rebellion led by the Lubia Maji and Bairu Maji? Or सठिक उत्तर देव हजारीबाग rebellion. The primary objective of the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer 1987 is to protect earth from excessive exposure to harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Who among the following was the immediate successor of Samudragupta of the Gupta dynasty? Chandragupta Ditya. The department of disinvestment was set up as a separate department in the year 1999. Siok is a tributary of which river? Siok is Indus tributary. Which of the following physiographic features is uniquely associated with the Malabar coast of India? The presence of lagoon backwaters known as canals. The eastern coastal plains are formed by the deltas which major rivers including Mahanadi and Godavari. Krishna and Kaveri. Which city was the capital of Odisha till 1948, where a large number of trade and business houses are located? Cuttack. In which plan was the inclusive growth approach formally emphasized for the first time? 11th plan. Which of the following union territories has a legislative assembly? ସଠିକ ଉତ୍ତର ଦେବ ପୁଡୁଚେରୀ. ପୁଡୁଚେରୀ ଗୋଟେ ୟୁଟି, ତାର ଲେଜିସ୍ଲେଟିଭ ଆସେମ୍ବଲି ଅଛି. ହୁ ରୋଟ୍ ଗୀତ ଗୋବିନ୍ଦ? ଗୀତ ଗୋବିନ୍ଦ ଲେଖିଥିଲେ ଜୟଦେବ. The cities of Harappan civilization were constructed using standard size bricks with a uniform size of brick ର size ଥିଲା 1:2:4. Which of the following is a key feature of the Digital India initiative? यार सठिक उत्तर देव providing digital infrastructure as a utility to every citizen. Which key economic concept was first formally articulated in the late 19th century by Dadabhai Naoroji influencing Congress debates? यार सठिक उत्तर देव the theory of economic drain highlighting the system transfer of Indians' wealth to Britain without adequate return. Which of the following revolutionary leader was involved in the assassination of British police officer J.P. Saunders? यार सठिक उत्तर देव भगत सिंह. Sorry. The tenure of a state legislative assembly is generally tenure state legislative assembly tenure केते 5 वर्ष. Which of the following district of Odisha known as Silver City has established its prominence as a leading district of the state due to its diversified economic activities since the time of British Raj? यार सठिक उत्तर देव कटक. Silver City Cuttack. The peninsular block northern boundary runs near Delhi and parallel which two rivers before reaching Rajmahal Hills? यार सठिक उत्तर देव गंगा और जमुना. Option 3. Directive principles reflects the ideals of which part of the Indian Constitution preamble? यार सठिक उत्तर देव socialist. Who among the following is included in the musical trinity of Carnatic classical music? यार सठिक उत्तर देव मुत्तुस्वामी दीक्षिता. Primary Agriculture Credit Societies PSCS operates at which level? यार सठिक उत्तर देव village level. How many times Muhammad Ghazni invaded India between 1000 AD to 1026 AD? यार सठिक उत्तर देव 17 थर 17 times. In which year did the Indian Council Act takes the first step towards introducing representative institution by involving Indians in the law making process? यार सठिक उत्तर देव 1861. According to which section of the Companies Act 2013 must certain companies mandatorily contribute a certain amount towards CSR activities? यार सठिक उत्तर देव section 135. What is the primary aim of the production linked incentive PLI scheme launched by the Indian governments? यार सठिक उत्तर देव provide incentives to boost domestic manufacturing and exports. Which of the following highest peak of Aravalli Range in India? Aravalli Range Guru Shikhar highest peak. Which of the following will be the effect of increasing government purchases and keeping taxes constant? यार सठिक उत्तर देव the aggregate demand schedule will shift upwards. At the initial level, which of the following movements was related to Chhattisgarh? यार सठिक उत्तर देव Paralkot rebellion. The river valleys in the peninsular region are typically shallow have what kind of gradient? यार सठिक उत्तर देव low gradient. The ban on a single-use plastic in India was implemented in 2022. Which of the following cities was the capital of the Mauryan Empire? यार सठिक उत्तर देव पाटलिपुत्र. Mauryan Empire Pataliputra. Which of the following geological formation is primarily responsible for the origin of the Lakshadweep Islands? यार सठिक उत्तर देव coral deposits. Which Congress leader was known for his work in social reform through the Servants of Indian Society founded in 1905? यार सठिक उत्तर देव गोपाल कृष्ण गोखले. एठी हमर आज 70 क्वेश्चन सरी जाइछि. जदि भिडियोटी भल लागिथिबो ताले लाइक करंतु शेयर करंतु आ सांगमानक सह मध्ये शेयर करंतु सब्सक्राइब करंतु बेल आइकन बजांतु. आपन जदि भिडियोटी हेल्पफुल लागुछि ताले मते कमेंट माध्यम जणांतु. आउ जदि किसी त्रुटि थाए वीडियो रे सेटा मध्ये कमेंट मध्ये जणाइले मु नेक्स्ट टाइम से त्रुटिटी न करिया पई चेष्टा करबी. आ आपण मानकर ए गोटे सहयोग मते ए वीडियो करे आगु वीडियो बनाबे हेल्पफुल होबो. थैंक यू.